Thanks for tuning into the top 10 jaw-dropping facts. Please don't forget to subscribe, and new videos are released every Monday through Friday. Memphis rappers like Gangsta Pat and 8Ball and MJG were just starting to get national attention when two local teens on opposite sides of town began making lo-fi 4-track mixtapes and selling them in school. Inspired by Memphis pioneer DJ Spanish Fly, they both started sprinkling original raps into their blend tapes. And soon their tapes found distribution at local car stereo shops alongside mixtapes by more established peers like DJ Squeaky and DJ Sound. Paul and Juicy became friends around 1993, and each DJ's group of regular rappers joined forces to create a loosely defined crew called the Backyard Posse. The two DJs started collaborating on mixtapes together, and soon the idea to record a proper group album under the name Triple Six Mafia, eventually 3-6 Mafia, took hold. The name, which referenced the satanic number 666, was created by Paul's brother Lord Infamous, who was the driving force behind the group's early horrorcore aesthetic. In addition to Paul, Juicy, and Infamous, the group's other core members, Koopsta Knicca, Gangsta Boo, and Crunchy Black, were all down by 1994, alongside a rotating cast of characters. Number 10. DJ Paul and Lord Infamous, Portrait of a Serial Killer Project, The Serial Killer's Portrait of a Serial Killer Year, 1992. Inspired by N.W.A. and proto-horrorcore rap-a-lot releases by Gangsta N.I.P. and the Ghetto Boys, DJ Paul and his brother Lord Infamous decided to start a duo called the Serial Killers while still in high school. Paul went by the nickname Killerman, while Infamous adopted the alias The Scarecrow. DJ Paul started wearing a Chucky doll over his malformed right hand. The title track from their first mixtape Portrait of a Serial Killer provides a good blueprint for the foundation of the Triple Six sound, unapologetic lyrical depravity over dissonant horror movie soundtracks with a hip-hop bump. In a nod to Led Zeppelin, the song even ends with some lyrics played backwards. Who knows what kind of satanic message they were masking? For teenagers in South Memphis in the early 90s, gangs and drugs were everywhere. Paul's family definitely ran in gangster disciple circles, but Infamous was not interested in glorifying that life. I liked N.W.A. but I said I don't want to talk about gangbangin', he remembered in a 2009 interview. So I said I'ma take it to another level, I'm gonna do something dark. What's worse than a gangbanger? Evil, Satan itself. Lord Infamous had the vision, and it was his dark, oddball sensibility that would set the Triple Six crew apart from their peers in the local Memphis scene and ultimately bring them national notoriety. Number 9. Juicy J, Slob on My Knob Project, DJ Juicy J's Volume 6 1992. This too-short inspired ode to oral was originally recorded when the notorious Juicy Low Down J was a junior in high school circa 1991, and became the signature song of his early mixtape and club DJ career before linking up with DJ Paul. It's both an X-rated fairy tale and a not-so-polite introduction. Juicy is my name, sex is my game. And in retrospect, it's a perfect distillation of everything that would go on to make Juicy so great: the steady, logical flow, the body humor, and the innate knack for coining catchy phrases. Number 8. Lord Infamous, Where's Da Bud? Project, DJ Paul and Lord Infamous The Serial Killers 1992. Where's Da Bud? Was probably Paul and Infamous's first local hit, and you can hear a crew of eager kids singing the song's catchy chorus at the beginning of this mix. Versions of Where's Da Bud appeared on a number of mixtapes between 92 and 95, and the song was re-recorded in a proper studio for 3-6's second studio album, Chapter 2, Da End. But the original version best captures the rawness of the duo's early sound, and shows Lord Infamous's precise double-time flow and hook writing abilities in full force. Number 7. The Backyard Posse, The Backyard Project, DJ Juicy J Volume 7 1993. Prior to starting the Triple Six Mafia, Paul and Juicy were involved with a crew called the Backyard Posse, featuring an unwieldy number of hungry Memphis rappers. This song, which closed out the mixtape that Juicy J released just before officially joining forces with DJ Paul on Volume 1, beginning in 1993, includes contributions from core Backyard members D Magic, Homicide, Nigga 9, and Gangsta Black, along with DJ Paul. Number 6. DJ Paul and Juicy J, Drinkin on the Alize Project, DJ Paul and Juicy J Volume 1, to beginning 1993. While they had casually collaborated on a few projects before, DJ Paul and Juicy J didn't officially join forces until the release of Volume 1, to beginning, the first of 3 collaborative DJ Paul and Juicy J mixtapes that were released leading up to Mystic Styles. Each tape was branded as a Notorious Kilomix, meant to signify the fusion of Juicy J's Notorious Mix series with DJ Paul's Kilomix series. The collaboration must have been a big deal back in 1993, since Paul and Juicy had both developed their own fan bases in M-Town by this point. Number 5. Lord Infamous, South Memphis Project, Lord Infamous Solo Tape 1993. After developing a following on DJ mixtapes, the next career move for Memphis rappers in the early 90s was to release a solo tape, a precursor to the so-called street album that would become so prevalent in the 2000s. Lord Infamous was the first of the core Triple Six rappers to release a solo tape in 1993, and he got a boost from this local anthem that he's described as a big underground hit. The Scarecrow showed up to show off his rapid-fire flow, warning the Bustas about the killers off South Parkway. Number 4. Lil Fly, Slang N Rocks PT. 1 Project, Lil Fly's From the Darkness of Decut 1993. This was one of the first songs that DJ Paul recorded with Lil Fly, a 16-year-old rapper from South Parkway known for kicking grown-up game. Fly, along with his cousin Gangsta Black, become a core member of the Prophet Posse until 1995. When he left the crew, renamed himself Playa Fly, and released the memorable diss song Triple Six Mafia. While he missed out on national success, Fly went on to become one of the most enduring figures in the local scene, making noise in Memphis and around the South with his independent albums. Number 3. Project Pat featuring DJ Paul and Lord Infamous, Murderer and Robber Project, Project Pat Solo Tape 1994. Juicy J's older brother Project Pat was a core member of the budding Triple Six crew, bringing a bombastic flow and much-needed levity to their sound. He started to distinguish himself with this early local hit that appeared on his first solo mixtape in 1994, featuring chuckle-worthy gangsta raps like, "Niggas trip me out always trying to play hard, riding around the hood shooting up a nigga's car, a car ain't alive and a car ain't the nigga, you sayin' I'm a die? Motherfucker pull the trigger." Number 2. Gangsta Boo, Chifa de Rifa Project, DJ Paul Volume 16, for the Summa of 1994. In the summer of 94, Da Brat and Lady of Rage were battling it out for the title of gangsta rap's freshest female. In the South, Mia X was starting to build her name in New Orleans, and a duo of Memphis ladies named UNLV, unfortunately no longer virgins, had released an album on well-known Atlanta independent Ichiban. But the Queen of the South crown was still very much up for grabs when a solo song by 14-year-old Gangsta Boo popped up on DJ Paul's Volume 16, for the Summa of 94. Number 1. Koopsta Knicca, Stash Pot Project, Triple Six Mafia Smoked Out, Locked Out 1994. Often overlooked in discussions about 3-6's key players, Koopsta Knicca was perhaps the best rapper in the crew next to Lord Infamous. He had a melodic flow that walked the line between singing and rapping, but he never ever came soft from a lyrical perspective, sticking reliably to the gleefully over-the-top violence and crime tales that gave the group its horrorcore edge. Thanks for tuning into the top 10 jaw-dropping facts. Please don't forget to subscribe, and new videos are released every Monday through Friday.